So we're staying in room 407, and 407 is one of the haunted rooms. And when you book the Stanley Hotel, you can actually ask specifically to be put in a haunted room. And so we did that, and they gave us room 407. So here's what's special about 407. Morning. We're at the Tampa airport.
We're headed to Colorado.
Yep, heading to Denver, and we're going to stay in Estes Park this trip, and then Wyoming, and then coming back to Boulder before we leave again out of Denver. So here we are, early morning in Tampa.
And stay tuned, because we're going to stay in the most haunted hotel.
Yeah, I'm a little nervous.
It's going to be fun.
Okay.
It's in the haunted room, by the way, so stay tuned for the most haunted motel.
Let's hope I make it.
Haunted room.
Yeah, all right. Fun. Okay, we are at the Denver airport. We made it. It's actually very hot here, and we just found our shuttle bus. We did a cheap shuttle, or we did a cheap car. And
the car doesn't look cheap.
Well, no, the car doesn't.
Well, we don't know yet. The picture looked kind of cheap.
No, it looked like we got a nice car. I'm a little worried about the van here.
Am I looking at the truck?
Okay. It's quite beat up, so, and it says cheapest on top. Okay, wish us luck, we'll update you. So we got to the parking lot to get this great Dodge Ram here, which looks perfectly fine. And across the way, Paul sees a Rubicon. And he's like, let's go get the Rubicon instead. So we are now taking a Rubicon up to Estes Park. Okay, this will be fun. Was on and turned around and stayed at the Stanley, which was very eerie because there was nobody there. It was closing down for the winter. It was a bit dilapidated, and it gave him the idea for the bush is shining. More to come.
There you go. Okay, here we are. This is the Stanley Hotel in Estes Park, Colorado.
And this is where we're staying. And, you know, a lot of times we like to talk about why we chose to, or why we picked this hotel, or why we chose to stay at this place. And I think this one's pretty simple. It's just iconic. There's so many stories already attached to it, and so many things that you can find out. Yeah, and movies and everything else that if you're coming up to Estes Park, a night or two at the Stanley is I would say almost a requirement. If you like history, if you like ghosts, if you like legacies, if you like scenery, then the Stanley Hotel in Estes Park is
definitely a place. Definitely a place to go.
And it's it's someplace Paul wanted to stay.
Yeah, forever since I was a kid. I've never got to stay here before. I toured it as a kid, but I came from a poor family. We never get to stay here. This is kind of a rich, little more rich for my family back then.
Yeah.
So.
And so choosing the Stanley Hotel was easy, and we hope you choose it too.
Okay, welcome to our haunted room, unit 407 on the 4th floor of the Stanley Hotel. So this is where we stayed last night. We did a lot of investigations and tried to catch some ghosts. I think we might have caught a few things, but we're going to go through all of our footage when we get home to see if we caught any really good stuff. What we did is I set a camera here that just kind of shot every 15 seconds of us to kind of see what would happen, because the reports in this room was a little boy where the covers kept getting pulled up and over him. He kept getting tucked in, and he was hot. He would push the covers off, and he was getting tucked in again. And I think there was another story where somebody saw like an imprint of the bed, but there was nobody there. So we're gonna see our footage. We'll see what happens. But this is the living area of our room. This is our king size bed. Our view out into the patio area, a really nice leather chair, which is nice and cushy and kind of fits the period. I think it just kind of really fits in here. Now we're on our way out, so it's a little bit of a mess, but it has it has the old-fashioned pictures, which is really cool. It's got a nice little work desk here, which is really nice. But then the bathroom, and this in particular unit, is a big monster shower. More set up for maybe ADA or a handicap, which there's nothing wrong with that, because you got a nice big shower. You got a nice big bathroom, and they're really, it's really roomy and nicely decorated.
So this picture is kind of cool because it shows you the Trail Ridge Road, which is what we were. So it looks like it's an advertisement poster, but it actually has the Stanley steamer on it. So Rocky Mountain National Park, driving with the Stanley steamer on the road back in the day, and that is the car we showed you downstairs, and that is the road that they were up on, and this was one of their, vacation travel posters. Come enjoy Rocky Mountain National Park in your Stanley steamer. I just thought it was a nice touch. Good. All right.
Okay, so this is one of our rooms. So we got two rooms at this Stanley. One's haunted, and this is regular. From what we understand, this is unit 400. So I'm going to take you in and take a look at this. So, and I don't know the difference in the rooms here, but and we are in the mountains. So the AC, by the way, is this little portable AC, and I bet you anything that they take these out in the wintertime because you don't need AC in the mountains. But it is a little warm in here, so you definitely need AC this time of year. So he's got a queen size bed, and it looks actually it just feels very cushy. So this is nice. It's got a Keurig coffee maker, TV, and then the bathroom is really cool because in the bathroom here they have the copper sink. Nice shower. So it's a little narrow but nice. And the ceiling in here, I noticed that it kind of goes at an angle. So I bet you this is kind of a one-off room, I'm guessing. So this is unit 400. And it looks like here's the closet. Richard's shirt's already in there. Is he done moved in? A little bit of a view of the mountains over there. So that's kind of nice. This is the all-famous Stanley steamer car.
Yep.
The car that Stanley built back in the day. So this is what they used to go up over Trail Ridge Road.
So apparently the fourth floor is the most haunted. And you can see these dormers up there. This is actually where we stayed last night, and these are part of the fourth floor. Well, back in the day when this was a guest house, the fourth floor was actually just an open attic. And they would let the kids and the kids' maids and nannies and stuff would all stay at the top floor together. And it was just a big open dormer type of room. So the rooms were actually added after it became a hotel. But that floor is considered the most haunted.
Okay, so this is the Stanley Hotel maze, which actually is not original.
No.
Believe it or not, this was a thing that they brought. We'll walk through it.
Yeah.
This is a thing that they brought later on in the game. Oh, there goes the bells. Because people were asking, where is the maze from the movie The Shining? So look, we already came into a dead end. So they built this because people kept asking about where is the maze. So here it is. We'll see if we can make our way around out of the maze. There's Lisa going on a different path.
I'm going my own way.
She's going her own path.
Are we gonna meet up?
I don't know. Looks like we do. Oh, he joins up here. Oh, dead end. And dead end. Oh my God. There's no way out. No, that wasn't it. Nope, it's not. Look, there's another one. Nope. We made a wrong turn way up here. I don't remember going through this mud puddle.
Nope, we went that way.
Oh, that's right. I forgot he was a musician too.
Yes.
He liked to play the fiddle
Yep.
or the violin.
Yep.
Look, there's somebody up in that window. There's a ghost. Oh, it went away.
That's not a ghost.
Oh, that was just some guy looking out the window?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. I got excited.
Okay, so nature has endowed Estes Park in a wonderful manner. The grandeur of its scenery, that's a great way to put it. Grandeur of its scenery.
Oh, yes.
Its deep blue skies, its clear, cool, invigorating air, its mountain streams of sparkling soft water, its sunny days and delightfully cool nights are things the summer visitor never forgets and having enjoyed once desires to enjoy again. I think that is a perfect quote about Estes Park.
That's a good way to put it. Absolutely.
So F.O. Stanley in 1928, he said that. And that would have been 20, 30 years after he was supposed to die.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. How do you like that?
Nice job. Nice job, sir.
Wait, I see a ghost. I see another one. Here we go. Wait for it. Wait for. Oh, you can't see him through the camera.
I can. He's waving at us.
The ghost is waving back.
That's perfect.
That's the famous
That is the
Stephen
famous
King
hearing
room.
Can you zoom in on him?
I am.
Oh, good.
Can't see him through the camera though. It's a ghost that you can't see through cameras. Okay, sorry, I'm interrupted your story. Okay, the rest of it continues. And they're not snow covered, but we're in summertime. All right, we made it.
So we're staying in room 407. And 407 is one of the haunted rooms. And when you book the Stanley Hotel, you can actually ask specifically to be put in a haunted room. And so we did that and they gave us room 407. So here's what's special about 407. They say that there was a mother and a son staying here at night, and the son kept feeling that he was being tucked in. And he kicked the covers off and somebody put him back up, and he kicked him off and somebody put him back up. And in the morning he was telling his mom, "Why'd you do that? I was hot." And the mom says, "Well, I wasn't putting your covers on at all. I didn't wake up at all that night and didn't know any of that was going on." So that's the first spooky story in this place. The second one is that there was a lady staying here in the room and she felt somebody sitting on the bed. And she turned on the lights and there was nobody there, but there was an indentation in the bed. So that's another scary story. So we're going to spend the night here and see what happens. So we didn't really hear anything last night. We need to go through the footage, but all of a sudden this morning we're waking up and our electricity's gone on and off like 4 times. And I can see lights across the way there. They're still on. And I can see lights in the hallway because it's an old building. And those haven't gone off, but ours have gone off 3 or 4 times now. You getting some energy? I started in the bathroom and I heard a thump in there. Okay, this is really weird. Oh. Look at this.
Keeps doing it.
My camera's distorting the furniture. Never seen it do that. So I'm going to share a little bit about some of the other rooms that are haunted in the Stanley Hotel. So room 401 is said to be haunted by Lord Dunraven. And Lord Dunraven was actually the previous owner of this land before the Stanley Hotel and the Stanleys took over this land. So he wasn't actually here when the hotel was built, but they say that it's his ghost in room 401. And particularly in the closet, they say women can feel their hair being pulled or an arm around their shoulder, or actually even a hand going up their back. And then the men report that they don't feel very welcome in this room. Now, we don't know whether it's him or not, but that's what they're saying in room 401, that if you're staying in that room, that's what could happen. So in 418, they say that there's children ghosts in that room, and that mischievous things and a feeling of playfulness take place in that room, so that the bathroom lights will turn on and off, and that the hangers will move in the closet. Also, a mother and a daughter reported that the daughter woke up the next morning and she said that a little boy was tickling her in the middle of the night. And she said, and the mom says, "Oh my gosh." And the little girl said, "No, it was okay. I told him to stop and he did." So if you want to see some children ghosts or feel their presence, room 418 might be the one for you. Now, room 413 might be really scary to some people. I think I'd be a little scared on this one because multiple guests have reported a man in old-fashioned clothes standing in the corner. Now, if I woke up to that or walked around the corner and saw that, I might be really freaked out by it. And they also say that a blue orb with the man's face in it is also seen outside the door sometimes. So that room, if you want to be really scared, you might book that room specifically. Now, in room 428, they say there's a ghost cowboy that inhabits that room. And they said one night a couple woke up to find this ghost cowboy pacing back and forth at the end of the bed. And they said they actually watched him for a few minutes before they politely just asked him to leave. And so he then walked over to the woman, gave her a kiss on the forehead, leaned in for a kiss, and then disappeared. And multiple guests have reported, multiple women guests, having seen or feeling this cowboy leaning in for a kiss in the middle of the night. So women, if you're feeling like you're looking for a cowboy, room 428 might be the one for you. So if you want to try something different, in the lodge, room 1302 has a lot happening. They say that they see a shadow figure walking across the room. You can see him against the walls, and a shadow figure walks there. And Grant from Ghost Hunter said that a table levitated while he was changing film in there, and that's pretty extreme. And pictures even fly off the wall. So if you're looking for a really active room, that might be the room for you. So room 217, and it's the only room on the second floor. Most of the rooms that see activity seem to be on this fourth floor, but room 217 is the place where it all began. That is the place where Stephen King stayed, and his experiences in this hotel became the basis for the book The Shining. So guests have reported in that room that they have come, checked in, left, and came back to find their stuff unpacked. They said they have come back to find their shoes all lined up, so who's ever staying there must be very neat. They also see shadows passing through the walls, and at one point it was part of a larger suite, so if they were passing through the walls, they might have been walking back and forth between the two rooms. So if you want to stay in the room Stephen King stayed in, and if you want to stay in the room that kind of started making this place famous, then 217. Oh, it's also the room, I almost forgot, that the guy who starred in Dumb and Dumber, Jim Carrey, thanks. The guy who starred in Dumb and Dumber stayed when they were filming. And at the time, they are saying that this place wasn't as restored as it is today. It was a little bit more dilapidated, as it was also when Stephen King stayed here. But it was still a nice room. And they said that when he was here, he came running down the stairs, story goes, in his underwear, came to the front desk and says, "I want out of this hotel right now," walked out and would not come back in except when filming. So I don't know what happened, and he won't talk about it on film, but something happened to him in that room that scared him enough that he left that very day. So if you really want to be freaked out, 217 might be the room for you.